Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to my channel. My name is Jaleesa, if this is your first time here. And today I'm just showing you guys this bold, beautiful look. I love the way it came out. Today's inspiration for this look was stage makeup. I have a lot of friends and followers who are performers, and they really don't know what to do with their makeup when it comes to stage lighting and everything like that. So when it comes to performing and being under those lights and being on stage or what have you, you really gotta go bold. You really cannot be shy and be afraid of the colors, because that's what's gonna make you pop on stage. So that's what I went for today. Really bold, really colorful. I hope you guys love it. And if you do, please like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And stick around and keep on watching. Jumping right into this voiceover. Okay, my brows are on and I have primed my lids with concealer. Ladies, you have to prime your lids with concealer to give the eyeshadow something to stick to so that it will show up on your skin. So I'm using this same palette, the colorful matte palette from my previous tutorial with the Emerald City look. And I'm picking up this very vibrant fuchsia-like purple, and I'm going to start off just patting that with a fluffy blending brush, patting that in my crease area. I'm not being careful at all. I'm just kind of pressing it in all across the center of my lid space here. I really wanted this color to pop, so I go in a few times with the color so that I can get a good color payoff. A lot of pigmentation is what I was going for, so I'm really making sure that the color is showing up very vibrantly the way I want it. So I'm going to do the same thing on both eyes per usual, just pressing it in, not worrying about blending just yet. Right now we're just laying the color down. So once that's on, I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to pick up a smaller blending brush with nothing on it, and I'm just going to use that to smooth out these edges and just make sure everything is nice and blended. And yeah, just take that brush with nothing on it and just blend out the edges, just smooth everything out. Now it's time to pick up our crease color. This color is going to be used to darken up everything. I'm going to take this deep purple here, and I'm going to take this color on the outer V, the outermost part of my eye. I'm going to press that in, and this is just going to add some definition. So I'm going to press it in below where I put the other color, leaving my lid space free because we're going to go in with something else. So I'm pressing that in and I'm sweeping it inward toward the center of my face. But I want the most pigmentation on the outer corner, and then whatever's left on the brush, I just kind of sweep in towards the center. Same thing on both eyes, of course. And you kind of got to go back in because some colors don't layer very well, so sometimes you have to do a little bit of work and go back and forth and pick up some more of the product so that it comes off the way you want it to. So I'm just picking up that first brush and just kind of cleaning up around the edges so that we have a smooth blend. Now it's time for my lid. Here I am trying to decide which color to go from because there's so many beautiful colors here. I'm going to pick up this shimmery pink shade here since we're in the pink and purple lane already. I'm going to use that as my lid color on a flat brush. I didn't wet my brush or anything. Sometimes I do. It helps the color to come out a little stronger, but I'm just going in with a dry flat brush and kind of just sweeping it across this area here where I left it blank. I'm kind of focusing the color in the center of my lid, not really taking it in towards the corner because I'm going to put something else in the corner. Sorry for the sirens, guys. I'm doing this voiceover at work. Tried to get some quiet in this conference room, but yeah, that failed. So I decided to use my finger to pick up the color because it comes across like a foiled type of shadow when you do that, and I like the way that looks. So I use my finger to pick up the color, and then I'll go back in with the brush to kind of clean it up. Once I'm satisfied with that, I pick up this smaller detailed pencil brush and pick up this very pretty champagne-y gold type of color for my inner corner. So I'm just going to sweep this into the inner corner on both eyes. You can totally skip this step and leave the eye look how it was, but I just wanted that extra pop in the corner. So I'm just putting this here. Once I'm satisfied with that, I'm going to pick up my liquid liner. And with my liquid liner today, I'm not going to wing it out, but what I'm going to do is make the liner a little thicker toward the back end, toward the where you would put the tail. So I'm starting off really thin towards the center of my face, and then as I get farther out towards that darker color, I'm making the liner a little thicker. I'm going to do the same thing on both eyes because we're going for drama today. Today is not your subtle everyday makeup. Today is stage makeup, so you want drama. You want color. You want drama. Once that's done on both eyes, I'm going to go back in with that deep purple. Because the liner stops so abruptly, I'm going to just kind of cover the end of the liner up a little bit so it kind of all just blends into the shadow. Okay, once that's done, pop the lashes on. Y'all know the drill. Pop your lashes on. And now it's time for skin. So my skin is already primed, and now I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty foundation. This is the mattifying foundation. Just squirt a few pumps on the back of my hand, pick up my beauty sponge. You guys know how this goes. So starting off, it looks like it's way too light for my complexion, but the thing about this foundation is it oxidizes. And if you don't know what that means, that's basically once oxygen hits the product, it adjusts and it gets darker. So it may start off looking way too light, but over time you'll see that it's like a perfect match for me. Now this shade may not work for me in the summertime when I'm tanned, but it works for me now in the winter months. So I'm just blending this in all over my face. You guys know how that goes. I prefer to use a sponge. You can absolutely use a brush to blend in your foundation. The sponge just gets the job done quicker for me. Now I'm picking up this L'Oreal True Match concealer, and this shade is very bright. This is not your everyday shade for my complexion. If you're my complexion, this is not your everyday shade. This is the shade when you want to be bright on purpose, intentionally bright. And I said this is stage makeup, so we're going bright today because you want to brighten up those areas of your face. You don't want to look flat when those lights hit you. You want to look like you have some dimension to your face. So now is the time to go for it. So I went maybe 3, maybe 4 shades lighter for my concealer today. So yes, we want it to get tacky. We want it to dry down. So I'm just fanning it a little bit here. Fanning it so it can dry down a little bit. Then we're going to pick up that same beauty sponge that we used to apply the foundation and blend for your life. Sometimes you have to turn the sponge, you know, if it's too much product on it and you want to pick up some of it to get those edges smooth, then do that. Again, you can also use a brush for this. You know, some people prefer, everything is about your personal preference. You do not have to do things exactly the way I'm doing them. I'm just doing what works for me. Once everything is blended, it's time to powder. Okay, so I'm picking up my trusty dusty CoverGirl translucent powder here. It's almost out. I need to get a new one. So picking up the same beauty blender that we've been using, pick up some powder and press it in. The only place that I'm actually going to bake is my nose. Everywhere else I'm going to press the powder in, but my nose I'm going to let that sit a little bit because I want that to be bright. So I'm picking up a face brush, a face powder brush, nothing on it, just going around my face and pressing in that powder that I just set down, making sure that everything is set. Now I know I look a little ashy right now. That's just because we haven't sprayed yet, and I also haven't bronzed my skin yet. So I'm looking a little ashy. That's just because the powder is freshly laid down, but that's all about to change. So now I'm picking up another trusty dusty CoverGirl product, and this is my bronzer. So I'm picking up the bronzer here, and I am contouring. I tried to contour with another product prior to this, and it was way too dark. So I cut that part out, and I'm trying to fix it now. I was very upset about that. So I'm trying to fix it now by just going in with a product that I know works for me, which is this one. So once I'm satisfied with that, I pick up my Black Opal True Color. I think this is actually a matte foundation, or I'm sorry, a pressed powder, finishing powder. So I'm using this to kind of also correct that dark contour that I had, as well as blend everything together, the contour and the translucent powder, just kind of a finishing step. Still baking my nose in the meantime. Now I just picked up a black eyeliner. Any black eyeliner will do, and I'm sweeping this around my bottom eye line here, my waterline, just to lay that down before I put shadow there. So you have to finish out your looks, guys. So picking up some purple shades from that first palette and just sweeping it underneath where I put that black eyeliner, just to kind of tie the look all together. Now it's blush time. The same blush that I've been using, you guys. Any blush will do, but this pink was very bright. And since the eyes are bright, we're going bright. It's stage makeup. We cannot be afraid of color. You want your color, because it may look scary to you in person, but from the people in the back, it's going to look like you barely have anything on. So you really got to cake it on. I know that sounds scary, but you really got to throw it on there, because it's going to fade eventually once your natural oils start to rise anyway. So I dusted off my nose powder, and I'm picking up this brown from the blush palette, and I'm going to contour my nose with that. And I actually start at the tip of my brow, at the beginning of my brow, and bring it all the way down so that everything is blended together. Now it's time to spray. So I'm picking up this Maybelline Lasting Fix Mattifying Finishing Spray, and I'm going to soak and drench my face in this, fan it a little bit, and then we're going to pick up the BH Cosmetics, it's my Ray Ray palette, and I'm picking up Toast highlighter, and I'm going to use that on the highest points of my face. So that's my cheekbones, the center of my face, which is my nose, Cupid's bow, and my chin. After I spray, I also throw on mascara onto my bottom lash line. I threw on a lip. This is just a matte purple that I found from my local beauty supply store. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. It came out gorgeous. I love it. Hope you do too. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.